If you didn't have a database, a CRM, listings, buyers, sellers, social media website, past clients, all of that's gone, completely obliterated. You are all by yourself. How do you rebuild yourself? How do you grow a business? How do you expand from zero, right? This is exactly what I would do if I was in your shoes. This is actually what I have done, actually, multiple different times when I had to restart my own life. Here's number one. Um, Accountability is number one, honestly, in my opinion. So you got to stop blaming, the market, Zillow, your broker, your brokerage, yourself, the people around you. It doesn't matter. Everything comes back to you. You have to start over right now. All of that stuff is out in the wind. The Navy SEALs have one of my favorite sayings I use on all the time when they're training their guys and gals to be, training on to climb rock walls. They call it the 6 foot rule. Why? Because you have about 6 feet from your arm span, roughly, give or take. That's the area you can control. So if it's not in my control and my purview, I don't even pay attention to it. I control what I can control. End of story, hard stop. Here's the second part. If you're in a marketplace, maybe you moved there from your wife, husband, partner, kids, something made you move, or you're just starting in the business, one of the two. Pick a single geographic area. That could be a neighborhood, a zip code, a city, depending on the sizes. What you're really going to want to do is number one, you're going to identify what the purchase prices are. You want to understand how many dominant agents are in there, what their percentage of ownership, aka what number of homes and percentage of homes are selling in that area year to date. So it's what they call a turnover rate. And the turnover rate is the total number of homes in that area divided by the total number of homes that sold year to date. So whatever date you're sitting on in whatever year you're sitting on, go back 1 year to that day and look at what those numbers are. They'll give you a point zero something. If you were at a point zero 0.06 or above, you're probably going to be doing pretty well. That's 6%. You're going to see people, if they're dominating areas, move on, find an area that won't be so dominated. It's going to be, you can break into it, but it's going to take a little bit of time. But I need you to be recognizable in those areas. I need you to be a local expert. I need you to know everything about those areas. We know what coffee shop's coming into town, who's got what business is going to fill that empty slot, where the school lines did they get redrawn, what these people are having a yard sale on this day, what's the best dog park. I mean, you have to be a source of all knowledge. End of story on this one. Be expanding at all times too. Never ever sit on your laurels. Conversations. A lot of folks want to be really, really successful, but they hide behind microphones, cameras, keyboards. They don't get out and they talk to the people. And this is one of the things I've taught and trained on for years. If you want to go like straight up, like bootstrapping this thing, walk outside. I know this is a stack of sticky notes. I understand that. But if this is a stack of 25 business cards, walk out your front door on Monday, turn left, don't come back till you've handed them out. Tuesday, turn left with 25 business cards. Don't come back until you hand them out. The point is this: get in meaningful conversations with people on a daily basis, and you'll be able to unlock what's truly, what they're going through, good, bad, the ugly. But you're going to be able to commiserate and or help them optimally on the helping side, so that they don't have to go through the trials and tribulations. Your database, your connections, the people you know in the local business area, and your friends and family are gold mines, because if you can connect Bob with Stacy or Stacy with Phil, and Phil with Rebecca, because of the fact that they have a want, need, or desire to work with that type of business or person, you become invaluable. This is literally the definition of becoming Tom Cruise famous. You don't need a database. You don't need follow-up systems. You become Tom Cruise famous to 50 people, 50, not 500, not 50. You will have more business than you can possibly know what to do with. And I mean, you become the person they call at 2 o'clock in the morning when they're like, Greg, are you up? Yeah, I'm up. Why? Come pick me up. Bring a shovel and don't tell anybody. And then I need $10,000. You're like, okay, I'm there. That's the type of relationships I want you to get into. That will circumvent and work around anything else on planet Earth. Not committing crimes, but being the go-to guy or gal is what I'm trying to say. Now, if we're working up to that, let's talk about some quick daily habits you can get into. Create a daily video on YouTube, the shorts and reels and stuff like on different social media platforms. The easiest way to do that is you can go on and shoot onto YouTube, directly onto the YouTube. And then you can use a system called Opus Clip. I use Opus on a daily basis. What you do is you upload your long form video into it, and then it will split it up and then republish it back out all of the social media accounts that attach to it. It's awesome. It's relatively almost free. It's like $175 a year or something like that. It's amazing sauce. But you can save so much time doing it. Also, I want you to be looking at the market reports in the MLS daily, hourly, twice, 3 times a day. Look what's pending, what's sold. You can put it onto a system called RS Maps. You can do a ton of stuff where you can overlay data. You can see literally what the marketplace is doing and coming alive. So you can speak with information, not opinions, when it comes to buyers and sellers and everyone else in the areas. And I'm going through this stuff fast because I want to do a deeper video on it, but I just don't have enough time here. And then follow up is huge. I have some stats I wrote down here. These will blow your mind, by the way. This is exactly what I would do and not do if I was restarting right now. So 80% of sales are done between the 5th and the 12th follow up, right? Here's the shocking factor on that one is that, let's see, 44 to 48 of salespeople, that's a percentage, 44 to 48% of salespeople stop after the first attempt on a follow-up. So it'd be email, phone call, especially phone calls. Then another 22 to 25% of you guys stop after the second phone call. Pretty fucking shitty, by the way. Sorry for the cussing. Darn it. Man, my bad. Bad, Greg. Anyways, here's the horrific part. Most salespeople, real estate agents, I'm talking to you right there. It takes you 15 hours. That's 917 minutes to follow up with an online lead. That's atrocious. That's insulting. That's actually pathetic. Here's the reason. If you try to talk to somebody about anything online and they don't get back to you immediately, it's basically disrespect. And if you take 15 hours, no wonder people don't talk to you. Imagine if you got back to them within 3 minutes, 2 minutes, instantaneous responses with AI help. Guys, it's right there. Everything's here for you, right? Here's the other one. This is one I love. But here, 80% of all sales happen between the 5th and 12th contact, like I said. Keep that in mind as you move forward through this stuff. And then system buildings. I was never a big systems guy. Boy, do I wish I had done that earlier. You want a good contact management system, a good AI systems. I'm working with Claude and with Chat and with Gemini. Those are my 3 go-tos. Pick what works for you and then kind of, let them all do their own thing. Each one of them are kind of uniquely interesting for their own selves. Create an email list and a process. The email list, guys, go to set up networking events. If you really have no money, set up a network event to get email addresses. Go down to a local restaurant. And all you have to do at a local restaurant is say, hey, owner, manager, whatever, can I throw in a networking event here? I will pay for the advertising and getting people here if you can just cover some of the, some appetizers on the tables for free. I'll make sure everybody buys their own drinks. They will say yes to you. That's going to get you in front of people, and it's going to build business relationships in the local communities. It's awesome. And then you can collect emails. That's a process that you can get into. But it really comes down to what you're going to be wanting to do. End of story, hard stop. If you don't want to network, don't network. If you don't want to talk to people, don't do it. There's going to be consequences on each side. It's going to be your decision. Do you want to either build your business or just kind of sit where your business is now or just change businesses? Because you have to take action for a reaction. It's just the way the world works. You're like, I don't feel good on camera, Greg, or I don't like people. Get over it. There's a lot of things I don't like to do, but you know what? I get up and I do them. I run 6-7 miles every single morning. And then I just did 650 push-ups. I got to that level during my run. I'll stop and do 650 push-ups throughout the run. Guess what? And I'm doing it on gravel with no gloves. Shit hurts, but I'm doing it because it builds character and it gets me to my goal. I'm doing things other people won't do. I need you to do the exact same thing. Be the lion, be the lioness that's going to not take any shit from anybody. You're going to go out there and chase your own dreams. You're going to do it the way you want to do it, but you have to have a plan and a process put into place. That's what I would do differently. That's how I would grow my business. Personally, I would be on camera like I am almost every day, all day long. I use the Hollyland Lark M2 microphones. They're about the size of a quarter. You can go 1,000 feet away from each other. They're dual mics so that you can interview people. The quality on these things are stupid good. They connect directly into your iPhone or your Android with a little receiver, and you can have ridiculously good conversations with folks. So there's no stopping you. You can just get going for $100. We all already have phones. That equals a video camera right there. Go out there. Figure it out. That is what I would do. I just laid it out for you in that video. So if you guys want to go deeper on it, let me know, man. I am willing to have additional conversations with anybody because I believe in every one of you has a super secret superpower that nobody knows, and not even you sometimes, that can generate millions of dollars for you and your family. All right. If this was helpful, guys, stay tuned for the next video. We'll keep coming back. Have a blessed and powerful day. Bye.